I began teaching in 1964 up in Alaska after a stint in the aerospace industry. I had some really unusual students. I had a lot of problem kids. That's what they used to do to the newbies. But they were really fun people. And so in '65 I decided to start keeping lists of the students on the wall. Just keep their names up there. And by '66 or '67 it began to grow. And pretty soon it got to be like, "Oh, are we going to be on the wall, Mr. Pickett?" And I'd say, "Yep." And as years passed, they would come in and say, "Hey, there's my cousin, there's my brother." And that list just grew. Well, I've got it on the back of the math lab here at the junior college. And I added the early years where I was tutoring at Cal Poly in the math lab. And I just put some pictures of things I remember. Like, there's a picture of John Madden. I don't think I tutored him. But then the $6 Million Man who they used for the television program, I tutored him. Then the list kept growing. Of course, some students were lost to automobile accidents and things like that. And now some of them are starting to pass from age. So I have a few memorials down here for people who are gone. And then those who I knew had passed, I put little jewels on their names. But as we go on here, there's '72. I moved to Wendler Junior High. And there's the students there. Then I get up to '73 and '74. A lot of those names are blacked out because they would change class loads and you'd have to move your students. I have notes up there about students, one of whom became the school board president, others who went into the law business, one family that became incredible in terms of world famous educators. So I started putting little jewels against their names for those that went into teaching. And here we are in '79, still at Wendler. Then along came my business. I quit teaching for a while. Then the business closed because of a recession, so I moved to California and I recertified. In doing that, I ended up teaching at Cal Poly. So there's a picture of the Cal Poly faculty. I'm up there in the upper left somewhere. Then I started getting jobs to fix schools' math programs, so I ended up at Sequoia Union Elementary. That did their program, and there's a class I had while I was there. Then got hired to go to Los Osos Middle School and help them with a math program. So I stayed there a couple of years. Finally, though, I had to go back to Alaska to finish out my retirement. It just happened there was a school up there that had an abysmal math program. So I set up a new one and ended up teaching there for a couple of years. That was a Glacier View school. And at that point I retired from K through 12 public school. Ended up moving back to California for a while, teaching at a junior college there called Cuesta, which was next door to Cal Poly practically. Taught at Cuesta till 2000. Yes, those are all students. And moved up here to Colville. So now starts the Colville lists. And here I am at the far end of the wall, out of space. So I put some lists up above and started heading to the right. So there is 2007 and 2008 as far as I put names up. So what you see is something on the order of over 5,000 names, a lot of whom I remember. a lot of whom I enjoyed. Had a lot of fun. And I have a little sign up there if you want to get to know a lot of people. Teach. And of course I have an advertisement up there for people to take my Math for Elementary School Teachers class. So there's the wall. Anybody who has their name on it, if you want, I can get a picture of that name and send it to you. Wouldn't be too hard. And that's it.